Today we are sitting here with a longtime resident, Miceli Dubisson, who grew up on the ridge, the area north of the lagoon and west of the main part of Gulf Shores. It was the original settlement in Gulf Shores back way before the Civil War. Jerry, you and I were born about the same time, 41. I think you're a little older than me. And your dad came here from Slidell, Louisiana, is that right?
Yeah, that's right. 41. I mean, in 31.
Uh-huh.
In on the lake Pontchartrain.
That was a dredge.
The dredge down the coastal waterway.
Your dad got into fishing and shrimping too, did he not?
Yeah, when he got off the dredge, he, our family was Callaways, the uncles and all them was fishermen, and, Mama was the baby, in Callaway, Alice Callaway then. And he's got in the fishing business. And he built boats, and all.
He built a good P-row, as I remember.
And built, yeah. Well, nobody around here knew,
No.
elderly people didn't know what a P-row was. And he built P-rows and skiffs and fishing skiffs. He net fished, and then he built his boat, shrimp boat, little shrimp boat, they called it the Alice L, that was his big boat. And he shrimped the lagoon, and that's where our living come from, was the lagoon. And we always tell the tale we like fish and grits, so that's what we eat a lot of, fish and grits. And chicken on Sunday.
Well, I can remember as a kid the long lines of nets stretching down the lagoon, drying on the racks.
Yeah, they had poles out in the lagoon lined up, and back then we had they had wooden carts. If you used them all week, they'd get soaked up and they wouldn't float that net good. So they had to hang them up. And out in the lagoon they had lines and lines of them. Each fisherman had a line, and they'd hang them nets up, and they'd dry over the weekend, for next week's fishing. So that, when the fishing was good, they fished. When the shrimping season come in, and they'd shrimp, and when in the fall of the year they had flounder, gigging. Some of them back then they built a fire, lighter knots and stuff over the bow of the boat and poled it down the lagoon, around the lagoon stuff, and that's the way till they got batteries.
That's the way the Indians did it.
Yeah, and that was long years ago before my time, and my time was batteries. We had like 6-volt batteries back then.